I don't hate the thought of dying here, because it's a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place. But today, we definitely thought, is there going to be a music venue waiting for us when we get there? And of course, to our relief and delight, there's a beautiful venue here.
We got a nice surprise.
Yeah, it was very, comforting. And we got here and there were these chickens in this little hobbit house nearby, and everything just felt like maybe an acid trip, but I've never done acid. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But we just got here and I thought, oh, this is so not what I expected my life to look like.
But it feels like Alabama.
Yes, in a strange way, it does. Yes, so we were very intrigued and also happy and joyful to be here. And the chickens are amazing. I don't know who they belong to, but if you're missing one by the end of the night, it's with us and it's going to the south. Yes, I'm going to just tuck it into my duffel bag and we're just going to go home and run away into the sunset together.
Sure, that will work.
It will work. They won't ever pick up on it on the TSA. So speaking of dying, we are going to play a murder ballad for you now. And I'm glad that you do. I think this is going to sound really creepy, but every now and then when you're driving through the mountains or the woods, do you think of how many places out there you could hide a dead body? And we talk about it out loud. But so we just have this really insanely dark side of ourselves that hopefully would never act on these thoughts, but still has them. And when we started writing murder ballads a few years ago, we got to thinking, we really got to have a good location for these murder ballads to take place. And, we're from Alabama, and Alabama's a beautiful place with a lot of really great stuff going for it. But we are, sometimes behind a little bit, and so we end up on a lot of these, worst of lists, and maybe those aren't necessarily true. Who knows who they ask. But we end up kind of on these lists that we don't necessarily want to be on. But there's this comfort because our next door neighbor, Mississippi, is always up there with us. Which may or may not be fair. But so when we started writing murder ballads, we were like, we probably don't need to set them in Alabama. So why don't we just make Mississippi the place where they happen? And so we wrote 2 murder ballads that are sequels to one another in which every song character dies. And so we're going to play one of them for you now at long last. It's called Mississippi.